Tired of the negativity? Looking for a shot of optimism? Well, I have an inspiring story to make you smile right after this. This episode of Misfits and Crackpots is brought to you by the Well-Crafted Story Workshop. Struggling to connect with your audience and attract new clients? Transform your speaking skills at the Well-Crafted Story Workshop with Coach Jimmy Hayes Nelson and yours truly, Dr. Danny Brissell. In just 2 days, master the art of crafting compelling speeches that convert listeners into clients. Whether in-person or virtual, you'll get personalized attention in an intimate group, learning not just from expert coaches, but from fellow entrepreneurs. Don't let another opportunity slip away. Get your free story blueprint today at wellcraftedstoryworkshop.com and turn your story into your most powerful business tool. Your success starts here. Visit wellcraftedstoryworkshop.com now. You're just a well-crafted story away from 7 figures.
Hello there, my friend, and welcome to Misfits and Crackpots. Short, inspiring stories for busy people. I'm Dr. Danny Brissell. This is a podcast for those interested in extraordinary stories about ordinary people and companies. Consider it your dose of positivity and inspiration for the week. Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm." This week's success strategy: exude enthusiasm. From her earliest days in a humid, bustling corner of Puerto Rico, Rosita Dolores Alvario exhibited an irrepressible zest for life. Her family, those strapped by the harsh realities of economic constraints, noticed early on that their little Rosita carried a light within her that no hardship could dim. When she danced, her feet seemed barely to touch the ground, as if the sheer joy of movement itself buoyed her. But life was not perfect on their idyllic island. Rosita's 22-year-old pretty, full-lipped, full-hipped mother had had enough of her unfaithful husband. So she and Rosita, only 5 at the time, left their warm, colorful island home for the gritty streets of New York City, a place as intimidating as it is full of promise. They settled in the bustling immigrant neighborhood of the Bronx during the challenging times of the Great Depression. It was a bold move, a period of adjustment and survival. Thrust into the pulsating melting pot of the Big Apple, the young Rosita found herself having to adapt quickly to an entirely new language, environment, and way of life. Soon after their arrival, she contracted chickenpox and had to be quarantined at a nearby hospital, away from her mother. Grade school was not much easier, as her limited English made her an easy target for bullies. For the first time in her young life, Rosita felt all alone. With fierce determination, however, the spirited young lady refused to be intimidated by the strangers in the strange land. Instead, Rosita made up her mind to pretend in front of everyone that she was brave. Some would say she's not stopped performing since. It was in those formative years as a youngster in the vibrant Lower East Side that Rosita first discovered her deep love for dance and performing. The precocious child found herself drawn to the world of dance and performance like a moth to a flame. Her mother, recognizing the flicker of innate talent, enrolled her in dance lessons, not an easy feat considering her meager wages as a seamstress. Her little girl was a born entertainer who would routinely put on shows for her classmates, reenacting scenes from the films and musicals she voraciously consumed. Rosita's zeal and commitment were unwavering, and her passion burned even brighter as she grew. It wasn't just the applause that drove her. It was the sheer joy of performance. She felt the transformative power of becoming someone else, and the chance to connect with audiences affected her in a profound and meaningful way. This was not just an outlet. It was her obsession. Her blooming passion and natural talent did not go unnoticed by her teachers, who encouraged Rosita to audition for New York City's prestigious High School of Performing Arts. The auspicious day Rosita gained admission to that esteemed institution marked the start of an unstoppable trajectory. Among those hallowed halls, She received invaluable training and mentorship that allowed her singular abilities to truly flourish and take shape. By the time she reached her late teens, Rosita's extraordinary dance skills and radiant screen presence made her a hot commodity on the Broadway stage. Her rapid ascent, however, was no fairy tale. It was a climb filled with numerous obstacles and prejudices. As a Hispanic woman in the entertainment industry during the 1940s and 50s, Rosita found herself continually typecast into one-dimensional roles that leaned heavily into demeaning ethnic stereotypes. Despite her immense skills as a singer, dancer, and dramatic actress, Rosita was repeatedly relegated to playing roles with cringe-worthy ethnic caricatures. The Spitfire Latino love interest, the exotic background dancer, or the jester delivering a thickly accented punchline. No matter how much vigor and enthusiasm she brought to estos papelitos, these little roles, they remained largely one-note characters utterly devoid of any substantive depth or nuance. During one memorable performance, however, Rosita, tasked with playing another small, stereotypical role in a Broadway production, infused her character with such vitality and charm that she stole the show. It was this spark, the indomitable energy that would become her trademark, that caught the eye of influential figures in the entertainment industry. Her ability to breathe life into even the most marginalized characters was not just a skill. It reflected her philosophy that every moment on stage was a moment worth savoring, a moment to be grateful for. A whirlwind career of iconic performances followed in rapid succession. Rosita's tireless enthusiasm seemed to know no bounds as she effortlessly pivoted between Broadway stages and Hollywood screens. At the apex of her career, when she could have continued to pursue more glamorous and high-profile projects, she saw a unique opportunity to influence young minds and make a positive impact beyond the silver screen. So, she joined the cast of an educational children's television show. Throughout a career that has spanned nearly 8 decades, Rosita has always brought an unmatched vivacity and dedication to her craft, no matter the role or the venue. Her ability to slip seamlessly between dramatic gravitas and mischievous comedy is a testament to her incredible versatility and range as a performer. And she's done it all with the same infectious enthusiasm that made her an instant crowd favorite. With the same passion she has brought to her roles, Rosita has championed diversity and inclusion, transforming her personal victories into battles fought for the underrepresented. Through television appearances, interviews, and public speeches, her interest for positive change has always been palpable, contagious even. She has become a mentor and a voice for those who find themselves sidelined in the narrative of American entertainment. In one of her later interviews, she reflected on her career and life. "The key to my success? It was always enthusiasm," she noted. "Never lose it, no matter what you're doing. Whether it's sweeping a floor or starring in a show, do it enthusiastically." Her popularity has made her one of the few performers, and the first Hispanic, to win an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award, the 4 major awards that an artist can win in the entertainment industry. Earning Kennedy Center honors as well as the Presidential Medal of Freedom, Rosita has been a cultural ambassador who has shattered barriers whenever she encountered them throughout her career. Indeed, certain individuals seem to exude effervescent charisma and joie de vivre that manages to inspire all those around them. In the world of entertainment, few have embodied this ebullient spirit quite like the one and only Rosita. To this day, whether lighting up the stage in a touring production or beaming with pride from the packed audiences cheering her name, that unmistakable spark still shines as bright as ever in Rosita's twinkling eyes, better known to her adoring public by her stage name, Rita Moreno. See, friend, inspiration is all around us. You just have to look for it. Thanks for listening. Join us next week for another inspiring story about misfits and crackpots. Misfits and Crackpots is a production of Success Media, produced by Terrence Wishner, sound effects by Alessandro Lucati,
courtesy of Pixabay. Thank you for tuning in. If you love today's story, there's so much more to explore in the book Misfits and Crackpots by yours truly, Dr. Danny Brissell. Grab your copy now on Amazon and dive deeper into the extraordinary lives of those who dared to change the world. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast with fellow misfits who love inspiring stories. See you next time.